What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. We have some absolutely huge breaking news coming in, and Barcelona have completed their first signing of the summer, pending FFP, and that is Guido Rodriguez. The news actually broke from the Argentinian side of the world of journalism. It broke from Edu Gaston, who is the #1 source in regards to Argentinian players in Europe. He came out saying that Guido Rodriguez has already signed a pre-contract agreement with Barcelona. He will join them this summer in July for free. Following this, the second best Argentinian reporter in Cesar Luis Morello came out also saying that Guido Rodriguez is Barcelona's new signing. He has signed a pre-contract for 2 years plus a 1-year option. He will leave Betis on as a free agent. So that's the deal done now. We heard some reports also this morning from Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo saying that Guido Rodriguez will sign for Barcelona regardless whether or not we sign a top pivot, which hopefully, of course, we do. The idea is to have the Argentine as a replacement for Oriol Romeu. Barcelona have already discussed everything with Guido and his agents and are only waiting for the right moment and La Liga's FFP to execute the signing. A year after Barcelona has already passed his interest in him, the player sees his wishes of playing for Barcelona to be fulfilled. They came out saying that this morning, saying that the deal is basically done. And finally, Fabrizio Romano came out saying that Barcelona and Guido Rodriguez already have a pre-agreement and agreed verbal terms 2 weeks ago. The club now have to wait for FFP approval in order to make the formal contract official, but the deal remains imminent. Now, the report is that Barcelona at the beginning of June will have an idea and get the report back from La Liga on what their fair play space will be this summer. Now, Barcelona, when they sign free agents like we've seen in the past few years with Inigo, Gundogan, Christensen, and Franck Kessié, once we get an agreement and once the pre-contract is signed, they always say, of course, in the media, barring FFP, it's going to get done. So, Guido Rodriguez is a here we go confirmed to me at this point. Now, also, just to add on to this, Tony Juan Martí, who, by the way, was the first journalist to break this whole news, so credit to him, he came out saying that Xavi's decision to stay was a reason why the Guido Rodriguez operation progressed forward. The coach has had many conversations with the midfielder who's known his style of football and what Xavi likes. I think overall, it's a good signing. Again, the age, isn't the best, but as a free agent, you get what you get with him. He's going to come in for 2 years, put a shift here and there, and that's pretty much it. He's going to be an experienced player coming in, knows the position, knows the league, spoke to Xavi. I've seen a lot of people saying that, oh, he's going to take minutes away from Marc Bernal and, Gilly Fernandez and stuff like this. Look, those lads are not ready. The only reason these lads will get opportunities is that the likes of Guido Rodriguez don't perform or get injured and stuff like that. Look at Fermin, look at Lamine Yamal, look at Parku Barsi, look at Marc Guiu, look at Hector Fort, and see how they got into the squad. Not because, players were underperforming and we just had no one else. No, because players are not performing and also injuries were a big concern. Their opportunity came, they took it. I have absolutely no problem with the signing of Guido Rodriguez. I think it's actually a good signing. Is he an upgrade on Romeu? I think overall he is a better player than Romeu, especially over the course of the past year and a half, 2 years. Although Romeu was very good last season with Girona, so we'll wait and see if Guido Rodriguez will have that kind of default effect. I think Guido Rodriguez is maybe a bit better mentally than Romeu from what we've seen. Of course, World Cup champion, will be in that squad list for the Copa America as well. So we probably won't see him until end of July, beginning of August, honestly, if of course Argentina expected at least to reach the Copa America final, with their pathway being easy as piss. I'll be doing live watch logs for that, so stay tuned. I'm excited. Nonetheless, though, I think it's a great signing, coming in for free. I'm hoping his wages are going to be fairly low in the region of 70 to 80,000 per week. He is coming in on a free transfer, so giving him that extra incentive weekly, fair enough, or maybe it's going to be a sign-on bonus. We haven't heard any reports or leaks about his wages. We just know it's going to be a 2-year deal, so of course the standard for a free agent, Gundogan signed a 2-year deal, Inigo, Kessié, I think Christian's deal was a bit long because he's more long-term of a player, plus a 1-year option as well. The option probably going to be depending on both sides, depending on, Guido Rodriguez reaches numbers as well, games played, involvements, stuff like that. I think overall it's a great signing. I don't think there's really any words of complaint. We have little to no pivots at the. I think the only pivots we have right now at Barcelona, touching the first team, is Oriol Romeu and Marc Bernal. And Oriol Romeu is going to be leaving. He's going to be leaving, especially with. This is another positive about Guido Rodriguez. That means that 100% Romeu is leaving in some sort of capacity, free, sending him off to Girona for as part of a deal, whatever the case may be. So his exit now, I'm no longer worried about whatsoever. You have that option as well. He comes and provides maybe an X factor as well. Ball winner in the midfield, can provide both as a single pivot and a double pivot as well, coming on in games to close down game, happy to rotate as well. Can perform at those mid-level La Liga club, maybe even the topper sides as well in those home matches. it's all pros in my opinion. I think the only con maybe being his age, but he is a free agent, so that's what you get with that age. Just with the time where they want to get free moves and, you know, maybe get some last paycheck or get that last big move. And he's gotten it, of course. Like Tony Juan Martin did mention already, the club have already been tracking him now for about a year or so. We talked about Guido Rodriguez last summer as an option in that, remember that Romeo pivot list. He was on that list. I think he was higher than Romeo at the time. So I think overall it's a good move. I think it's definitely an upgrade on our squad for sure. And now we have somewhat of a pivot, someone that's reliable upon next season. Of course, Romeo was not reliable. After that, you have no one. So we have at least someone for now. Again, like Fernando Polo said, we're signing him no matter what. Of course, the plan is still to go out there and get a top pivot, and that should be the case as well. If we rock into the beginning of La Liga on August 15th, and Guido Rodriguez is starting as our main pivot, Lord have mercy on my soul. So again, the mindset is he's coming in as a squad player, backup option, good profile, everything's all good. Of course, he's coming in as a starter. This is a completely different situation, which I don't think is the case, like he's being widely reported and mentioned for being linked with Zubimendi and getting Kimmich every other day. Onana's name is getting him back in the news again, Weifer and all this stuff. So I think him coming in as that backup option, I have absolutely no problem with it whatsoever. Of course, in the comments down below, let me know your thoughts on the move for Guido Rodriguez. You think it's a positive move or a negative move? You think, would you have done it or not? Again, it's a free transfer. I'm hoping his wage will be fairly low, at least, you know, definitely under 100,000 euros per week. I don't know if there'll be a sign-on bonus or not. First signing out of the way, getting it done, of course, on May the 9th. So that's one signing that I love when the club get the free deals over the line before the summer. Of course, we signed Kessié and Christensen like February, March. We signed Inigo in February, and then of course Gundogan after, because, you know, Man City reached all the way, getting to the treble. That, you know, made a bit more sense, so to speak. So again, this over the line quickly. I don't know if we're gonna get any other free deals going. Maybe Sergio Cardona, but I think overall, fantastic move by Barcelona, professional move, strategic move as well, and also a player that Xavi wanted and approved. Of course, in the comments down below, let me know your thoughts. Make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.